Hello there! Text is one of the fastest ways to make a video look cheap, but also one of the easiest ways to make it look premium. So today I'll show you 5 ways to spice up your text in your videos. Number 1. Not blending video elements together correctly. Imagine this clip of an 80s to weekend style music video. We added this text layer and it looks okay, but this has so much more potential. With just a few tweaks, we can make this text layer feel like it actually belongs there. Let me show you what to do. First, go to the Effects library and find Lens Distortion. Once you have it, drag it to your text layer. In the effect controls, you can play around with the curvature, but today we're animating it. Before we do that, uncheck the Fill Alpha property to get rid of the white background. Move the playhead to the first frame of the clip and set the curvature to 100. Then click the stopwatch button to add a keyframe. Next, go to the end of your clip and now set the curvature to -100. Now go to Motion Properties and in here, move the playhead to the first frame again and set the scale to 0. Again, click the stopwatch button to add a keyframe and then move the playhead to the end of the clip. Increase the scale until it's out of the frame. For me, this will be around 400. Now, the animation still looks a bit static. To fix that, expand the velocity curves and pull the lever of the first keyframe. This will make it come in slowly and move faster once it gets close to the camera. Next, find the noise effect in the effects library and drag it to your clip as well. Increase the amount to around 70. That works for me. Then find the chromatic aberrations effect. Once it's applied to your clip, play around with the settings to match your scene. For me, the red is set to -2, the green to 3, and the blue also to 3. Now, back in the timeline, you can basically duplicate your text layer just a few times and make your video loop. Awesome, right? It's time for effect number 2. Now, this one makes your animations look like an Apple commercial. First, create a new color matte in the project panel. Pick a color. I'm going for gray, almost white. Then click on OK. Next, drag it in the timeline and there you go. Now, I found this animated gradient video and you basically lay it on top of the color matte. Next, create a text layer. I have that one prepared here with whatever text you want. The color doesn't really matter. iPhone 4, my favorite Apple product of all time. Let me know yours, by the way. Now, in the effects library, find the track matte key effect and drag it on the gradient video. Head over to the effect controls and set the matte to video track number 3, because that's where your text layer is. Of course, make sure the composite is set to matte alpha and there you go. This is so simple, but it looks so cool. You can now go and work for Apple. Number 3. Don't use the text panel and please don't animate your captions in Premiere. This is what I do instead. I transcribe and animate my captions with Submagic. I just upload them and a few seconds later I can choose an animated caption that I like. They look great from scratch, so if you're happy with the result, you can go ahead and export it and call it a day. But now the thing is, with Submagic you have full creative control. If you click Customize, you have complete creative control. You can change the font and everything you can imagine, the position, scale, colors, literally everything is adjustable. And if you scroll down, you'll have the option to disable the animation, but at the bottom, that's where the magic happens. In here, you can pick one of the pre-built animations. Imagine you have to create those in Premiere. I think it's still insane that people do this. You can also add a word animation or perhaps add animation variants. You can have 5 different animations varying from caption to caption. And now, of course, you can still go ahead and adjust the captions, but honestly, I don't even check for spelling mistakes because I probably make more mistakes than Submagic does. Anyway, when you're done, you can export your video in 4K, and in the meantime, you can generate a description for your video, hashtags. I think in total, you're probably spending about 10 minutes in Submagic per video. Now, of course, if you want to check out Submagic, click the link down below. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Number 4. Now, this is how I spice up boring animations in Premiere. So this is a random word. Crickets. It looks kind of flat, and to fix that, I'm gonna look for the long shadows effect. That effect is created by Film Impact, not Adobe, but if you update Premiere, you will have this effect built in, it's free. Now, once it's applied to your clip, go to the effect controls, and in here, you can adjust the length of the shadow. And for this background, I think the shadows can stay relatively short. Now, this already looks better, but I think since this is a playful animation, I think we should add some motion. In the effects library, find the wiggle effect. This one is also by Film Impact. impact. Drag it to your text layer, and if you play it back, you'll instantly notice motion. Now, I think it's a bit aggressive, but in the effect controls, you can simply decrease the master, and that will make the effect more subtle. Of course, you can also adjust the individual properties as well, and I even have a preset saved for when I need a subtle wiggle. It's called Wiggle Wiggle. I'm serious. Wiggle Wiggle. I mean, that way I don't have to go to the effect controls and adjust the effect all the time. Number 5 is a readability trick. Sometimes when you're adding text to a video, you just can't seem to make it readable enough. And yeah, sure, you can change the color, but that doesn't always work. Now, in that case, do this. With your video selected, head over to the Lumetri color panel. And here, find exposure, and depending on your text color, decrease or increase it. Adding a little contrast can also help sometimes. Alright, that's great. Alright, so we're here in the effect controls, and now quickly find the Gaussian blur effect in the effects library and drag it to your video. Then make sure Gaussian blur is selected. Then back in the timeline, go to the object mask tool. Click and hold it until this menu appears. And then choose the rectangular mask tool. Next, in the program monitor, draw a box around your text layer. This will add a mask to the Gaussian blur effect. Of course, you can now go back to the effect controls and play around with the blurriness. If you want, you can also look for the drop shadow effect, and this will add a subtle shadow to your text to separate it a little from the background. I mean, isn't this beautiful? Now, bonus trick, there are a few very cool hidden effects in Premiere that can make your videos look amazing. So, to continue the video, click the video right here on the left. On the left. I'm still getting used to the new, yeah, on the left. Thank you guys so much for watching.